This is Angela Chamblee with the English 101 minute, or 2, or 3, or 5. Today, I want to talk about quotations and works cited pages. Alright, for his convocation speech, Dr. Mickey Burnham at Bowie State University told a story. Okay? He told a story about an eagle, and this farmer found a nest, and it just had the eagle's egg in it. I think the mother had been killed, but he stumbled upon this nest, and the egg was in the nest, so he took the egg back to his farm, and he put it in the nest with the chicken eggs. And the chicken sat on the egg, and it hatched, and a little baby eagle was born. And so this little baby eagle grew up with the chickens, pecking corn. And one day, the baby eagle had grown up, and it became an old man. An old eagle. And he looked up at the sky, and he saw an eagle flying, and he said, "Golly, I wish I could fly like that." That's the end of the story. All right? Now, I want to tell another story. This story you can find on Sesame Street. In fact, if you Google Sesame Street, and the name of the song is "It's Bad Luck to Be Born a Duck." If you do that, you will find a fantastic song that the Sesame Street puppets sing. And it's similar to the story that Dr. Burns told us. They say there was a duck and a chicken, and they were good friends. But the chicken was always telling the duck it's bad luck to be born a duck. The chicken was fantabulous at pecking corn. And hey, the duck wasn't that good at pecking corn because his nose was always getting in the way. And so the little baby duck, he just shook his head, and he's ashamed. He's walking with his head all down, and the daddy duck comes along, and the daddy duck said, "What's up with you? Why your head all down?" He said, "Chicken said, it's bad luck to be born a duck, Daddy." He said, "Where did you get that from, Junior?" He said, "That's what the chicken told me." Daddy duck says, "Well, you take that chicken and y'all go and jump in the pool. Y'all jump in that lake. And then you'll see." It's a hot day. So they go down, and the chicken and the duck jump into this pool. And the little duck's having a good time swimming. And the chicken is flailing around, it's drowning. And little baby duck have to save the chicken's life. And that chicken didn't tell the duck it's bad luck to be born a duck anymore. And the chicken and the duck is quacking, "Hey, it's good luck to be born a duck." That's the end of that story. Alright. Now, suppose you want to write. You want to write a comparison contrast story. It's bad luck to be born a duck, and this eagle chicken story. Now, please zoom in here. And so you're writing, and one point that you find that the two stories differ. If we compare the story told in the Sesame Street song, "It's Bad Luck to Be Born a Duck," to Dr. Burnham's story about the eagle and the chicken, we find that "It's Bad Luck to Be Born a Duck" has a happy ending, but the eagle chicken story is tragic because the eagle never realizes its true identity. Now, with Dr. Burnham's story, you want to put his name there because you want to tell people where he got it from. Let's see. We have a typo here. There. I think that's right. That's him. Because you're giving him credit for the story. You give him credit for the story because you want people to be able to find that story. It is an unusual story, something I had never heard before. And so it's very easy to cite, to give him credit for what he said. You just put it in parentheses and put his last name and put the period behind. Right? And then you're going to work cited. because that's what somebody's going to have to do. They go to the last page of whatever it is you wrote to find all of the information about how to find this story that Dr. Burnham told. And you got to give all this information about the story. You put the author's last name. He's the one I got the story from. You got to put a period. You put where you heard the story, which was Bowie State University, Bowie, Maryland. You put the time, the date. It was September 20th, 12. I don't remember the specific date it was, but I do remember it was convocation speech. You put that at the end, and you put a period. Now, when you're doing the works cited page, it is very important that you get all your punctuation straight. You might not think so, but it is, and it will count against you. Now, here, you got some people, they might leave off the period at the end. You didn't works cited right if you did that. Some people will put the period in, but maybe they'll have it. I've seen people and they will put it in wrong order. It's supposed to be in alphabetical order, and like I said, some people will put it like that. They'll just put whatever order they find it in, but it's supposed to be in alphabetical order. You got some people who will not indent. You're supposed to indent. The first line is from the beginning to the end, but all the other lines in that point, you indent 5 spaces. Okay? You do that because that makes it a lot easier for people to see if it is in alphabetical order and they're trying to look up a name. That's about it. You want to make sure, it's extremely important that you get the punctuation right. Oh, yeah, there's one other thing. Like here, look at Malcolm Gladwell, right, his book outline. Some people will write, because we just call it, you know, the outlines book. That's the short. You got to look to the title page of the book to find out the real name of some of these books. Because usually it's a very, very long name. It's much longer than, you know, what you might see on the front cover. But to find the real name of the book, you got to look. And you want to put the whole name of the book. So you're going to put the... and let's see if we can get this straight. There. And this is supposed to be in italics. Okay. Oh yeah, and it's supposed to be putting Burnham first because B comes before G. Alright, well that's it for now.